all you Trump haters and everybody excited about Biden, the Democrats, having won the presidency, you might want to brace yourself. I'm just saying. All right. Be prepared. Open yourself up to the possibility that this is not going to happen the way you want on January 20th. You need to start accepting that very real possibility. Because the evidence is mounting. And to those of you who say, there ain't no evidence, I know it gets to a he said, she said, because you listen to CNN, the same network, the same legacy media, not just them, who said, these protests are mostly peaceful, as buildings burned and looting occurred right behind them. Yeah, you listen to those guys who said, yeah, no Republican observers were barred from observing. And you choose to believe them. You choose to believe the people who said that there was Trump-Russia collusion, Trump-Russia collusion, Trump-Russia collusion for 2 years. Said there's evidence right around the corner, and any day this evidence is going to end. Then there wasn't. You choose to believe these people. Yeah, okay, fine. You think that there were no Republican observers that were barred from observing. Yeah, there was no Bristol board put up on the windows keeping people from looking in and watching. There was none of that. Okay. And to those of you who some people actually responded on places that I posted about the affidavits, witness testimony, sworn under oath statements. That's not evidence. Okay, witness testimony is not evidence. Yeah. You have to believe, in order to believe that Biden actually won this fair and square, you have to believe that this senile, demented jackass who stayed in the basement for the most part, can't put two coherent sentences together, got 10 million more votes than Barack Obama. Love him or hate him, you have to admit, he was articulate, he was captivating, he drew crowds, he kind of had a connection with people on one level. And not this guy, well, that many people just actually hate Trump. No, you don't get people to vote against candidates. You don't have people who hate turn out in that number. You get people who love. You're saying hate defeated love because Trump voters love Trump. So you're saying Trump haters outnumbered Trump. No, you don't get that many people to vote against a candidate. You need people who are voting for a candidate in order to win. You have to believe that we made significant gains in the House of Representatives, and it looks like we're going to hold the Senate. But the guy at the top of the ticket lost. That's happened like never in the history of the United States. Well, that just many people and many Republicans hate Trump, and they want the John McCain types and the Mitt Romney types back and the Rockefeller types back. No, it was Trump who was packing stadiums by the tens of thousands at his rallies. Trump was the one with all the energy. Trump was the one pulling the weight for the Republican Party. Trump was the one leading. It's his party right now. So no, that doesn't wash either. And I know these are things that don't, not court solid evidence, but things like, we're going to take a pause and break on counting ballots at about midnight. Y'all go home. We'll come back at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then even the media was upset about this because they were not there when the votes came in and we weren't able to report it. I remember the Young Turks were melting down again. Trump had commanding leads in these states at 11, 12 o'clock at night. And then, all of a sudden, hundreds of thousands of votes in the dead of night, all for Biden, at least practically all for Biden, just came in. You have to believe that people, by the hundreds of thousands, voted only for Biden and not the down ballot ticket. See, Trump had such a commanding lead that their normal cheating didn't cut it. They had to go and manufacture more ballots by the hundreds of thousands. So it was just Biden. That's why there was nothing on the down ballot. I know this is just me talking. But also, they're not worried about the down ballot. They're not worried about Susan Collins being reelected to the Senate. They can push those people around. They want the Republicans to go back to the surrender party, which it will be if Trump is not reinaugurated. So, yeah, you have to believe that hundreds of thousands of people only voted for Biden and not that down, and they all just came in the dead of the night by the hundreds of thousands. You have to believe this in order to believe that Biden won. But you have to really accept the possibility that Trump's going to win this. The lawyers he's got working for you can throw out maybe Giuliani, because Rudy Giuliani was actually elected as a Republican, as mayor of New York City. So you can convince yourself that he's a hack. But lawyers like Lin Wood and Sidney Powell have impeccable reputations. They don't say stuff that they can't back up in court. And their records in court are better than The Undertaker's record at WrestleMania. And they're putting that on the line very publicly. And if they lose this case, they destroy the reputations that they have spent an adult lifetime building. And they'll become targets of the Democrats in a Biden-Harris Democrat administration. I didn't even say Biden administration because he's not going to be the president. They're probably just going to do a weekend at Bernie's thing with him for a while. But they will become targets of a Democrat administration. So for them to put this on the line that to that degree, there's something there. And I know, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? You think they're going to tell you, first off, they have all these affidavits. You think they're going to tell you the names of the people who signed these affidavits, who gave the hundreds of people, so you can dox them and BLM and Antifa rioters can go intimidate them and harass them? No, they're going to save this information. It's called building a court case. They're going to try this in an actual court, not the court of public opinion. So stand by. It's about to get real. And there's a possibility, all you Trump haters, that you're going to be very disappointed. And I'm worried about you. See, I'm trying to be excellent to my fellow man. Just prepare yourself for this possibility. I don't know how it's going to work out. But y'all need to stop thinking that this is a fait accompli and it's already over. All right, be excellent to each other. Sic Semper Tyrannis, and long live the Republic.